very much, Rasheen. Give her a big hand. But watch this, because festival-wise might be interesting. South by Southwest in Austin, Texas is the biggest music industry festival in the world. It's teeming with bands looking for a deal, and the pressure is on to get noticed. Tim Samuels went there to see how the music business PR machine works.
So the Culture Show have kindly sent me to Austin in Texas to have a look at the South by Southwest Music Festival. Since its little beginnings in 1987, it's grown into the world's biggest music industry event. I suppose I really ought to have a drive down and see what all the fuss is about. And in Texas, some 2,000 bands from all over the world are heading to Austin. They say it is their big chance to try and crack that lucrative American market. This really is the Holy Grail. The festival attracts bands of all levels and from all over the world. Among the UK hopefuls taking a crack at America this year, we've Salford's finest, the Ting Tings, Neon Neon, #1 artist Duffy, and South by Southwest veteran Billy Bragg. You can see why bands might get their hopes up. In the last few years, UK acts have come here and really used this as a foothold to break into America. People like Amy Winehouse, Franz Ferdinand, Snow Patrol. I wonder who it's going to be this year.
America's still, it's the land of opportunity, and I think British bands still see it as that notion of coming over and breaking America. It still has that sort of romantic notion.
How integral is something like this for a band to break America?
It's a way of engaging. You get, it's not very often you can get all the American music industry in one place, and if you can start a buzz here, it tends to have a ripple effect.
There's towns in America that have a reputation for great music. Memphis, New Orleans, and Austin is one of them. It shines out like a cultural jewel in the desert of oil-rich Texas.
I wonder what the rest of Texans make of this place then.
Well, they think everyone down here is a weirdo.
So this is 6th Street. This is where all the bands are playing from some afternoon all the way through the early hours. Just the whole row of bands down the left, down the right, and it's just this kind of crazy cacophony of noise that just leads out at you. Are you Scottish then?
What's that?
Scottish roots? Have you got Scottish roots?
No, it's a skirt.
It's a genuine skirt?
Yep.
It's a kilt?
No, it's a skirt.
How do you make any sense of this? You've got nearly 2,000 bands. I mean, the choice is just overwhelming. How do you find yourself drawn to the right bands? Is there an element of chance, or are you following up recommendations?
There's a certain element of chance. I think it's almost in microcosm what's going on in music in general, and in media and in culture in general, that you're bombarded with choice.
Lion leaves and a bottle of red wine lay on the side if you want to, drinking in the passing.
This is the heart of where it all happens. This is the convention centre. This is the heart of the world's biggest rock and roll festival. And I have to say, it feels a little bit like a cross between Freshers Week and immigration control. I hear you're the #1 band in Korea.
Yeah.
And bands are queuing up here to register. Right, #1 band in Korea.
Yeah, let's go to the dressing room.
The dressing room?
Yeah.
I think this year's Doriga look is checks and a beard. That's personified by... Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going?
I assume South Korea, yeah?
Yeah, South Korea.
#1 in North Korea is going to be slightly different. A bit more marching. Are you playing?
Yeah.
What sort of stuff do you do then?
It's just like sort of like cyber blues.
Cyber blues?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's kind of like you know, like sort of like internet fusion, you know?
No idea what you mean. What is that?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of like you know, like it's like on the network, you know? It's like
still having the foggiest.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing? Who are you playing with?
We're in a band called The Extraordinaires from Philadelphia. It's kind of like electrified Muppet music.
It's like Ethernet, kind of, you know, a little bit.
You're just coming up with internet jargon now.
There's lots of dun 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 bum bum dum bum dum dum.
Okay.
That's exactly.
Is there a market for that?
I don't think so.
The sun. The smell of sun, I remember stars to fade. As colors that make me blind as I'm turning something tender by your shine. Like that, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Some rock and roll attitude you got there.
Yeah.
I think arrive with a lot of interest in you already is the best thing you can do. And that's certainly the case for a lot of the acts here. But, you know, there's always room for serendipity. You know, people just walk in and see an act and you know, fall in love. And sometimes they do really big business together.
With so many bands desperate for attention in such a cramped area, how can a British act like the Ting Tings hope to make that breakthrough?
There's 4,500 gigs here, 4,500 shows.
So how do you stand now?
You've got to put 6 months of hard work into building up the band's profile before you can get here. It's pointless coming here unless you put in that work really, with the American media.
So the result for you is, when the gigs are on, you look out and then places in the crowd are the music press or the radio stations that you've been bustering up for the last 6 months.
Yes, it is.
So what's the best case scenario for this band? What could happen? What's the kind of goal?
It's to come back and tour and start selling out shows.
You will get the tour off the back of this.
I've been offered so many gigs this week, you wouldn't believe it.
Well, good luck. I'm going down the storm tonight.
Thank you very much.
We had an interview today with Yahoo, and he was like, so what's it feel like now you've sort of really taken off here? We was like, are we? I don't know, it's really hard to gauge.
Still only let us play 25 minute sets, you know what I mean? So we're still on that level, but it's just been amazing. It's been fantastic playing here. I've loved every minute.
It's actually quite overwhelming. Every bar, every club, all the way down this strip has a concert going on. There are 4,500 different performances going on here in the space of a few days. Austin's turned into this cacophony of noise. It's one big gig in the city. Pretty impressive. One of the other acts we ran into in Austin was Welsh songstress Duffy. Is it nice to be somewhere where you're not getting hassled all the time, apart from us interrupting your dessert?
No, you're not being hassly at all. Anyway, you've got us a round of drinks in, that's really good.
Well, that's what the licence fee's for. She's been #1 in the UK, but out here in America, she's yet to make a name for herself. If she plays her cards right, that could all change. It's full house in here. If all this is about creating a vibe over here in America, then this Welsh lass is going to do all right, I think. Every year, a band or an artist seems to break through and then, after being big in Britain, becomes big in America.
Yeah.
Could be you this year.
I don't know, like, I can't even imagine it. The place is so big. How does someone do that? It's insane.
This could be the springboard.
I heard it from you first, basically.
Well, you better raise your game.
Yeah, right. Good, I will.
To put in some good performances.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. It's on. I've seen loads of acts. I've checked out the competition for our homegrown British talents who are going to try and break themselves into America, and I'd say that Duffy's a pretty safe bet. And I've also put a few quid on the Ting Tings. They've got done really well here. There's still a romance about the place here. For all the corporate convention nature, there's a sense that somebody could walk past the bar and spot somebody who becomes the next big thing. It's going to happen anywhere. South by Southwest is probably the most likely place that sort of thing's going to happen, and good luck to them.
More music later from